Imagine making an extra $800 a month just by sitting at home. I'm just kidding, you're not gonna be sitting down. But it's a side hustle that changed my life. And I'm 100% sure that it could change yours too, if you put in that hard work. And all you have to do is sell 10 t-shirts a week. Wow, really Mylo? Everybody sells t-shirts. Well, let me inform you that there's around 8 billion people in this world. And just last year, over 2 billion t-shirts were sold legally. So trust me when I say there's enough business for everybody. And no, this side hustle is not a myth. It's been proven by yours truly. But before we start, let me tell you this. This video is not for the lazy. I also wanted to include that there's no such thing as an easy side hustle. If not, everybody would have been doing it. Anyways, I started my t-shirt business with the cheapest equipment in the industry out of a 2-bedroom apartment. It all began as a small hobby that turned into a side hustle to now being a full-time career. But in this video, we're gonna focus on the baby steps, getting your feet wet first. I'm gonna give you guys my full blueprint, the equipment you need, where to find your t-shirts, social media content, how to get sales, tips, tricks, and a lot more. I got some good news. I partnered up with Weber, and these 2 presses that you see back here, we're giving them away to one awesome subscriber. And all you gotta do to enter the giveaway is keep watching the video. I'm just kidding. Just let me know in the comments, why are you so grateful to be alive? Or drop a heart, whatever is easier for you. And in our next video, I'll announce the winner. Alright, let's start with the equipment. You're gonna need a heat press, a screen printing press, 40 t-shirts. Well, you don't need all 40 t-shirts to start with, but you do need to sell 40 t-shirts a month to make those 800 bucks. But be patient, I'll explain that later on. You're also gonna need a screen, ink, and a squeegee. Now, there's 2 ways to get a screen. First, you buy a blank screen and prep it yourself. Or second, you buy a pre-burned screen. That means that you buy a screen with the design already in it. I would recommend to prep your screens yourself. It's gonna take some extra time, but it will be more beneficial in the long run because you will be able to reuse it for different designs. Now, screen printing has a small learning curve, but it's not rocket science. But don't worry, I got your back. I have a lot of beginner tutorial videos up there that are gonna help you get started. But finish this video first and then come back for those. But I promise you, when you get the hang of screen printing, it's gonna be life-changing. And I'm gonna give you an example. You get your feet wet with this press. You start printing around 40 t-shirts a month. You get some experience and you upgrade your equipment, and now you're printing over 400 shirts a month. Then you become an expert and upgrade your equipment again. And now you're printing 400 t-shirts an hour. Pretty awesome, right? Now let's get back on track. We have our equipment, our material, and our t-shirts. Now we need a design. I'm also gonna give you 2 options for this. You could go the easy way and hire a graphic designer to create a design for you, or you could get a software and pay a monthly fee, but you'll have the ability to create multiple designs. You could try CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator, or Kiddo for free. They have free trials. I'll be very honest, get yourself a software. You'll be able to do more than just designs. You can do pictures, banners, mock-ups, and I'm just touching the surface. You add all that up, and we're negative 600 bucks. But don't worry, we'll get that money back. I'm also adding the link to all the equipment in the bio, plus discount codes. Alright, let's put these bad boys to work. We're doing a very simple print, and it shouldn't take us more than 2 minutes to produce a t-shirt. We load up the t-shirt, make sure it's nice and straight. After that, we start printing. The ink that we're working with is called plastisol ink, and it cures at 320 Fahrenheit. Now, we need to cure the ink on the t-shirt, so we're gonna heat press it at 350 Fahrenheit for 12 seconds. And of course, we add a Teflon sheet over the design so the ink won't get stuck to the press, and we just press it. Pretty awesome, right? Now, a great way to test if the ink is cured, give it a small stretch. If the ink doesn't break apart, it's cured. If it starts breaking, it didn't cure. You need to add more pressure or heat it up for longer. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you another way to put a design on a t-shirt with the same setup. Let's say you wanna do a multicolored design, but you only have a 1-color press. Well, we're gonna order DTFs from Ninja Transfers. And of course, you definitely don't have to start with that, but the higher the bulk, the more money you save per transfer. And this is even easier to apply. We preheat the t-shirt, line up the transfers, press it for 50 seconds, wait till it cools down, peel it, and press it again for another 5 seconds. That's it, we're done. Now we're negative $750. It's time to get our money back. But before we go all crazy and try to sell our t-shirts, let's strategize a little bit and go back, all the way back to creating the design. First, who are we selling our t-shirts to? What's the audience that we're targeting? Knowing that is going to help us understand how to market the business. On top of that, it's going to help us create a design for that specific niche. It's going to help us create content for that specific audience to make sales. Okay, let's say we're going to target church people. Now we got to do some research. What's trending there, what's popular there, what do they like, etc. All that is going to help us create a design that's going to fit perfectly for that audience, for that specific niche. Niche. Our design is done. Now we need to order our t-shirts. But before we order our t-shirts, we're going to create a mock-up and do a pre-sale. That's going to help you understand what type of t-shirt sizes you need to order before you go all crazy and just start getting like 10 of each sizes. Take it easy. We're going to do this strategically. Let's get back on track. The pre-sale is also going to help you just in case you don't have funds to like buy the t-shirts or buy the material. Creating a pre-sale is going to help you get started. But let's say you don't want to do the pre-sale. Well, I would recommend to get 20 t-shirts black and 20 t-shirts white. Small to extra large, because those are the ones that sell the most. And let's just say we're going to screen print our design on the white t-shirt and we're going to press our DTFs on the black t-shirt. So instead of just having one t-shirt in our shop, we're going to have two. Now it's time to market our business, and we don't have a website right now, so we're going to go and sell those t-shirts old school. Come on, let's go. I'm just kidding. We're going to use our social media. You need to have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Minimum. We're going to start by creating content, and the goal is to post 1 or 2 times a day for at least a month. It creates hype. It gives exposure to your business. You start building a fan base, a community, and of course you start getting sales. You have to understand that content is king. That's our first strategy. Our second strategy is to start sending messages to everybody you know. Like literally, everybody that you know should know that you sell t-shirts. And just see how the word of mouth starts expanding. The third strategy that worked for me was that I joined a bunch of Facebook groups around my community. And I just started spamming them with my stuff. Like literally, the first month, everybody in my neighborhood knew that I sold t-shirts. I got kicked and blocked out of some of those groups. But I'm not gonna lie, I made a lot of sales. Until this day, I still have some customers from those groups. Now, let's do some math. Our goal is to sell 40 t-shirts in a month. That's 10 t-shirts a week. We're gonna start by selling each t-shirt at 25 bucks a piece. 25 times 40 is a total of $1,000. And let's just say everything went as planned on the first month. Well, you got all your money back plus $250. We reinvest those $250, get t-shirts, transfers, and ink, and repeat the same process. But now we have an audience, we have some experience, and our second month should be way better. Alright, I'm gonna be very realistic and very honest. The beginning, it's gonna be hard. Learning how to print t-shirts, learning how to create content, learning how to get sales. It takes time. But if you stay very consistent and work hard for the first 2 months, I promise you that you will see results. And I know that a lot of printers criticize that equipment because it's cheap. And I really don't blame them because they're 100% right. Because you can't provide great quality stuff. You're very limited. But at least you will be in business. To start with the right equipment, you're gonna need a couple $1,000. On top of that, you're gonna need space to put the equipment. This is my opinion. Get your feet wet first. Understand the basics of the business before you go crazy and start investing on all this expensive equipment. I see this all the time. A lot of people go crazy, start buying all this expensive equipment to later find out that this business is not for them. So now they're stuck with debt or they're stuck with the equipment. So to avoid that, get your feet wet first and understand the basics. get a little dirty, and then you should know when to upgrade to better equipment. And before we end the video, you guys know that I love to preach. Don't chase money. The love for money is the root of all evil. Of course, money fuels a business, but it shouldn't be the one controlling it. Shouldn't be the vision shouldn't be stuck on the money. You know, work hard. You reap what you sow. Stay consistent, and I promise you, you will see results. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you all. And don't think that I made it. I still have a lot to learn and a lot to grow. And not just with business, spiritually, emotional, financially, of course, but to me, spiritually, emotionally, it's a little bit more important than everything else. You know, being right with God is the most important thing in my life. Because if I'm right with Him, I don't need nothing else. If God's with me, who's against me? That's why I talk a lot about God, because having a business is stressful and it gets overwhelming. But when you're right in your head, you're right in your heart, and everything else is, extra. So yeah, guys, something that if you're new to our channel, that I'm always gonna preach. It's the best thing that I have, and I want to share it with the whole world, because I feel like everybody should know who Jesus is. And yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm in my garage, nothing too much, very little garage, but it's more than what I deserve. So yeah, guys, see you in the next video. Let me know if you guys have any ideas or something that you want to see. Maybe a challenge, I don't know, maybe some clothing. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.